At first, Europe didn't understand what was coming. The mornings felt hotter, the winds heavier, the silence unsettling. Something in the air had changed quietly, invisibly, until it was too late. Across the south, a strange glow began to rise above the horizon. Not the warmth of sunrise, but the burn of something unnatural. Skies turned red. Forests shimmered under a heat no season had ever carried before. Villagers watched in disbelief as flames appeared where no spark existed. Fire moved with a violence that felt alive, whipping through leaves, climbing mountains, swallowing homes. Europe was witnessing temperatures no one had ever imagined. Asphalt softened, metal warped, hospitals overflowed as heat became an enemy you could neither see nor escape. Scientists searched for answers, but for every answer they found, more questions rose from the ashes. One night, in the mountains of Greece, everything changed. The wind died, animals fell silent, and then the forest screamed. Flames tore through centuries-old trees with terrifying speed. The fire didn't behave like a fire, it behaved like a force unleashed. Yet while the south burned, the north drowned. Rains turned into storms. Rivers rose in minutes, not days. Entire towns vanished under walls of water. Europe was burning and flooding at the same time. Two disasters born from the same broken sky. Something deeper was happening. Wind currents twisted into shapes never recorded. Storms formed in places they never belonged. Heat settled over Europe like a glass dome, locking everything beneath it. For centuries, nature followed rules. Now, the rules were gone. Europe had always been predictable. Seasons arrived when they should. Rain fell where they were meant to fall. Nature worked like a clock. But the clock was breaking, and with it, the balance. Amid the chaos, heroes emerged. Firefighters who fought until their masks melted. Volunteers who carried water in their bare hands. Villagers who stood shoulder to shoulder against infernos hundreds of meters tall. These were not battles. These were acts of survival. Every satellite scan revealed the same truth. Heat was rising from the inside. Something was trapping warmth over Europe, refusing to let it escape. This invisible shield fueled storms, ignited forests, and dried rivers. Europe wasn't just warming, it was overheating. But from destruction came determination. Europe rebuilt. Cities redesigned their streets. Forests were replanted with fire-resistant trees. New technologies rose from the ruins of old disasters. A continent wounded, but not defeated. Yet the fires still return. The floods still rise, and the storms still grow stronger. This is not the end of Europe, but it may be the end of the world we once believed was safe.